Welcome to Cereal, a story told week by week. Sorry for the delay last week, but I'm back. This is episode 4 of Cereal as we look into the mysterious disappearance of beloved cereal Oreo O's. If you have not been with us for the previous episodes, I encourage you to pause this, go back and watch episodes 1 through 3 to get caught up before you join us this week. As I was browsing through Twitter this week, just in preparation for this episode, I just did a quick search for the term Oreo O's on Twitter and saw many tweets that just brought to light. There's tons of people out there, folks, who are missing the cereal and waiting for it to get back. People, Haley Stens, she said, I had a dream that I went to the grocery store that sold Oreo O's and I bought $50 worth of boxes. I would actually do that for Oreo O's. I would too, Haley. I would too. Jamal May says, does anybody remember Oreo O's? That was one of my favorite cereals. I remember it, Jamal. I remember it. Let's see. Someone, Squatty Pippin, they said, my hobbies include powerlifting and waiting for the return of Oreo O's. Right there with you, Squatty. So, some of you may be aware of fast food establishment known as Chick-fil-a. Chick-fil-a, popular fast food restaurant, sells chicken sandwiches. Pretty simple menu, not much variety, but what they do it right. They claim to not be the inventors of the chicken, but the chicken sandwich. Now recently, Chick-fil-a has gotten rid of a food item off of their menu, coleslaw. I am not personally a huge fan of coleslaw, so this did not bring tears to my eyes. This did not upset me in any way, but there was lots of people who were upset by this. And I guess if you're, I can relate to a food item being no longer available to you. Whether or not I like coleslaw, I can understand these people's plight. Now, something that Chick-fil-A did is really a class act. When doing some research online, you may have seen people posting this on Facebook or something or sharing, but if you go to the website, they have an article on this on Business Insider. Chick-fil-A the article says, Chick-fil-A has a brilliant response to customers' devastation over menu changes. As noted, Chick-fil-A is getting rid of their coleslaw, and they released the recipe to everybody. They put out an article, they put it on their social media everywhere. It says, saying goodbye is never easy. That is true. Like an old friend, coleslaw has been a part of our heritage for many decades. We're removing it from our menu on January 11th to make room for the delicious new superfood side, but because this recipe holds a special place in our hearts and history, we are excited to give it to you to enjoy at home. And then they give you the recipe that they use at Chick-fil-A to make their coleslaw. It is Chick-fil-A endorsed. They put it out there. They realize people are going to be sad, but they say, hey, since we're no longer going to provide it for you, we will give you the recipe. Now, why couldn't Post do something like that? They're getting rid of Oreo O's. Come on, just give us the recipe to make Oreo O's. And it got me thinking, could you make Oreo O's? Can you make your own cereal at home? This week I tried to put that to the test. I got myself a packet of Oreos, crushed them up into little pieces, put them in a bowl, put some milk on them, and tried to see if it would pass the test, see if it would bring me back to being in high school again and enjoying a bowl of Oreo O's. It worked for about one bite. The first bite I was taken back and I was like, wait, could this be? Is this the flavor, the taste that I remember? But upon scooping that second spoonful of Oreos and milk, the cookies were beyond soggy. Everything in the bowl had almost turned to mush. They were held together by the cream of the cookies, but without that they would have been falling apart basically to dust. I'm not sure how you feel about soggy cereal, but that is one of my biggest pet peeves, one of my worst things about cereal. Some people say that I eat my cereal too fast, but I'm trying to avoid having it go soggy. So this Oreo O's dupe, this Oreo O's attempt at a mock-up was a no-go for me because it basically just turned into a bowl of Oreo mush. So if we can't create our own Oreo O's at home, what are we to do? Well, we just have to keep on the good fight of trying to get in contact with Post Foods. On their website, there are 3 different ways to get in contact with them. You can mail them, you can call them, or you can contact them. They have a specific form online that you can fill out if you have questions about certain products. I have already filled it out myself, saying, please bring back Oreo O's. What happened to Oreo O's? I encourage you to do the same. Don't write them a letter. They probably get tons and it'll take up too much time. This is quick, timeless. It took me 10 seconds to fill out. Go on to their website, postfoods.com, contact them, and send them the thing. Say, I'm wondering what happened to Oreo O's. If enough of us speak out, they will give us a response. So guys, join me next week on the final installment of cereal as we look into the disappearance of Oreo O's. Possibly I will continue this series in the future with a different cereal. If you have questions or comments or concerns about a different cereal that is missing, that you are wondering what happened to it, leave that in the comments down below so I can begin to see if there are other cereals that I should research and hopefully try to bring back to our shelves. Until next time, I'm Jacob Newton. Right there. Look at that face, ladies and gentlemen. This is pre-Even Stevens. This is pre-Disney Channel. This is Shia LaBeouf.